especially for the sunshine and the warmer weather to help juice up some of those ingredients for later on tonight and overnight. Live look in Carmel right now, it is relatively quiet. We're not waking up to many issues this morning. Most of that lies just north of us where they are experiencing a bit more thunderstorm activity. But the good news with that, we're not seeing anything severe, at least at this point. So right now temperatures are in the upper 50s to near 60. So it is a warm start, pretty much widespread. 61 in Greencastle, 60 in Bloomington, 60 degrees in Bedford, and 61 here in Indianapolis as we start off this morning. We are seeing a few thunderstorms just north of us, and they are starting to weaken. They are seeing some lightning associated with it as well, and some fairly heavy rain just south and southwest of Fort Wayne. This is going to continue to track towards the east, though, so this really isn't going to bother us as we head through this morning. Additional thunderstorms developing just northwest of that, but again, that's going to stay well north of us. So for this morning, I think central Indiana is going to steer clear of any precipitation, at least in terms of thunderstorm activity. Notice how close it's getting, though, just north of Muncie there. So you could be seeing a few lights out there if you are living just northeast of the city. Otherwise, we are seeing a mixture of some sun and clouds, I think, through the remainder of the day today. We will see a relatively similar one like what we saw yesterday, just in terms of sky conditions. There will be times where we see more cloud cover than sunshine. And then once we get through later on tonight, we'll start to see a little bit of clearing out in our western communities, and eventually that will begin to move in to downtown Indianapolis. With that, we could potentially juice up again the atmosphere a little bit more when we see that sunshine. But once we get into later on tonight, we'll start to see that line of potentially stronger to severe thunderstorms develop, and unfortunately that is going to occur potentially through the overnight hours. So just kind of keep an eye out for that over the next several hours here. Today's forecast is call for temperatures to warm into the mid-70s today, so it is looking like a nice one. 74 degrees here by around 3 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, mid-70s, so it is going to be a warmer day, a bit breezy too through this afternoon, but everybody should top out in the mid-70s later on today. 75 in Kokomo, 77 in Lafayette, 75 in Indianapolis, and 76 just south of us in Bloomington this evening. Again, not really seeing too much thunderstorm activity. Most of that, I think, will arrive after 11 o'clock midnight tonight, with overnight lows falling into the upper 50s to lower 60s. We do have a slight risk of a stronger to severe thunderstorm for today, and that threat again lies late tonight and overnight. And that slight risk encompasses pretty much all of central Indiana. The main threats will be damaging wind and the potential for some larger hail. Again, after midnight tonight, that's when we have that threat of those thunderstorms developing. Notice how they start to expand out and really explode closer to 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, especially south of I-70. It's going to continue to shift towards the southeast. So notice timing on this by 5:30. Those showers and thunderstorms should be well out of here. In fact, we're going to shape up to see a pretty decent day come Wednesday with a mainly sunny sky through the afternoon. Then we have a second chance of some thunderstorms during mid to late evening. Those will arrive by 9, 10 o'clock. We'll continue to track that thunderstorm activity after midnight as well. So tomorrow evening, we also pose that threat of maybe a stronger to severe thunderstorm, I think a bit more isolated than what we'll experience tonight. Marginal risk here from about Lafayette and points southward. And then once we get through early Thursday morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll start to see the last of those showers and thunderstorms shift eastbound. Thursday, though, is looking like a significantly cooler day with daytime highs topping out only in the low 50s, 53 degrees Thursday. And then heading over the next several days, temperatures are going to remain in the 50s. Chapman Heating and Cooling, 8-day forecast, 58 degrees Saturday. A few showers arrive Sunday, high in the mid-50s, and then Monday to Tuesday of next week, highs in the upper 50s.